Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible. With special thanks to Nine Knives, Revenant, Alois, Anerdinwarpaint, Dragon Matrix 7, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, Kazorm, Lima, Nathan Welch Jr., Tomasz Piątkowski, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. As we settle in for a nice combat episode, all I've got on the docket today is to finish clearing out the market, and if we've got some time left over, maybe pop back over to the Defender's Heart and knock out one of those side conversations. Though I don't think it's going to quite come to that. We've got a fair bit to do here. Now, in theory, we should be in for some tougher fights today, but you never know. I am somewhat familiar with a lot of this content because I played the beta so extensively, at least out to the end of Act 2. But that was pre-launch, and a lot of things have changed since then. Not to mention, of course, they keep putting out all these new balance and bug fix and content patches, so I'm never quite sure what I'm loading into when I start recording a new episode. So, I guess we'll see how this goes. Looks like we're right around the corner from one of the optional buildings, so we'll start with that. Then we'll start working our way south towards that unexplored corner.
Is that a trap? It might be a trap.
Well spotted. Yes, Ember, that is indeed a deadly trap. Try not to touch it.
Something wrong?
Ah, there we go. As aforementioned, the trap control panels were not in the beta, for the most part, so those I'm still getting used to. Knight with the Harrowed Hands, we've seen that, so that's just sales fodder. A journal about an experiment. That's new. Let's see here. Oh, that's pretty extensive. And nothing's really jumping out at me as being immediately relevant, so I think we'll just pocket that for now and save it for the next big book episode. I'm sure we'll have a big stack of books again in no time. Pardon us, sir. Just having a quick look-see. Oh, that was the sound of something turning invisible as we were coming down those stairs. These fighters must have been caught off guard. They died before they could even draw their weapons. Their bodies are covered in a thin layer of ice that is slowly melting. And we've got Scrolls of Fairy Fire and See Invisibility, which combined with the audio and visual cues we saw as we came in, does give us a pretty big hint here. Ow. All right, come on out. Actually, let's toss up a quick blast. I will admit, it took me a while to figure this out back in the beta. But they made it a lot less obvious back then. The sound effect is a dead giveaway.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
I did, however, forget that it was incorporeal.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
That might be a problem. Lan is the only one in our party who can do full damage to this thing.
Cover me, all right? Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Okay, we're just going to set up a roadblock of meat to slow this thing down. We just need to buy time for Lan to finish poking it to death. And Ember's still got some spells. Huh.
Am I doing it wrong?
Oh, it's immune to slumber. Interesting. Wait. Oh yeah, look at that. Well, I'm glad I noticed that. Otherwise, I would have walked right up on our back line. Okay, let's do this. Nice, that will do it. Alright, Lan, make this quick. I think this thing targets touch AC too, so Seela is not going to slow this thing down for long.
Distract them for me.
Well, that's disappointing.
The light take you! This'll leave a bruise.
You're fine. Walk it off, Seela. Of course, he landed a hit with his non-magic dagger. Oh well, that's fine. I think we've got this. There we go. When in doubt, magic missile. Just a shame Ember can't make that part of her regular arsenal.
A bright future awaits us.
Let's get that patched. And see what that got us. Ooh, 10 versus DC 18. That's cutting it closer than I'd like. But we're here, so might as well. Hey, look at that. Thanks, Lan. You're awesome, Lan.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Wicked Longbow. +2 composite longbow. On crit, the target must pass a will save or suffer a curse, which imposes a variety of penalties to various saves. Not too shabby. The most notable thing there, of course, being the +2 bonus. I will admit, that is tempting. It's an extra +1 to hit and damage over Finian. But we'd also be giving up Cold Iron and Ghost Touch on every arrow, so I don't know if that's worth the trade-off. I'll let that percolate for a bit. Okay, let's go hit that southwest corner. Places to be, people to kill. Oh wait, actually, we look to have a small patch right near those stairs we haven't explored. Let's go check that out.
I must rest to fight another day.
Or we could set up camp and not do this while we're fatigued. I think that might be a slightly better plan. Yeah, that looks about right. Though, I have decided I'm going to retrain Waljeff. I'd like to round out his intelligence before we start bumping his dex, just so we can invest in Arcana properly. I'd like to get him on scribing, just to have a nice stash of extra defensive scrolls handy. We are going to be traveling with Nenio from time to time, but she'll be jockeying for space with a couple of other high-demand characters, most of whom we haven't actually met yet. I think we will be using Nenio for a big chunk of Act 2, though. I'm not sure about after that. I haven't really had much experience with Act 3 or beyond. Once in the River City, I found a jug and drank from it. It turned out to be wine. Wine is very strange. It makes you think everything's really funny, even when it's really not. Everything's really funny, although it's really not, is the perfect description of the Crusades. No wine necessary. That is a charming interaction. I haven't seen that one before. I wonder why it wasn't voiced. They usually have voice acting for these camp scenes. Oh. Sometimes a long-awaited rest does not bring the desired relief. What comes is a heavy, clinging sleep on the edge of wakefulness, where consciousness seems poised between reality and oblivion. The possible reasons for such disturbed slumber are myriad. Strained nerves, perhaps, or a lingering reaction to trauma. Vex Godglove emerges from the oblivion of his leaden sleep, like a drowned man dragging himself up from the depths of a swamp. The wound on his chest is burning, like someone pressed an invisible brand to it. The wound is closed again, but the bloodstain on his shirt betrays its presence beneath. There's no time to investigate the cause behind this malaise. A trying day lies ahead, but how will Vex be up to the challenge if his thoughts are so muddled, and his entire body aches like after a day's toil? Oh, come on now, Vex. You're a hunter. A hardened halfling hunter. Just rub some dirt on it and walk it off. You'll be fine. Probably. As if a veteran adventurer could be frightened by a bad dream. A splash of cold water enlivens his senses, and the weariness abates, retreating to the depths of his subconscious, but leaving the path open to return the next time Vex seeks refuge in sleep. Vex recalls that he slept peacefully in the Defender's heart. Perhaps a priest can explain what has happened? Huh. Weird. I think that's new, too. I don't remember encountering that before. Maybe because I usually make a habit of not sleeping outside of safe zones. Interesting. I wonder who we're supposed to talk to. We'll check on that next time we're back at the Defender's Heart. How you doing, Seela? Oh, that's not too bad. She's still a couple of points down, but at least she's at a nice round number now. Buffs up.
Ask nicely.
always be ready for the worst.
I'm here. We go smoke.
And good to go. Let us proceed to the southwest quadrant.
We'll make things right.
Miss me already?
Yeah. No point in wasting any of these shorter duration buffs just yet. We'll sit on those until we know we're about to get into a big fight. Onward, my friends. Right. We have this little patch over here. Oh, I see. Rats, which, unless they've changed things since I recorded the last episode, are essentially a non-threat. So, let's dispatch them real quick and move on.
Do not fear! Do not waver!
That didn't pop up last time. So they may have actually fixed them. Well, let's find out. Thank you, Kaz. Oh, really? Come on. I would have figured that would at least do minimal damage, like unerringly seek out 2 individual rats. Rats are the size of a shoe. We're not talking insects here. Oh. We've got a third swarm on the initiative bar. Or we did. So it's just out of sight. I can't imagine we'll have much luck with ear-piercing shriek. You just sit tight, Ember. We've got this. And no damage on contact, so we just need to make sure we step out of the swarm before we end each turn. Oh, hi there. Hungry rat swarm. That sounds marginally more threatening.
Into the fray!
Out of my sight!
Yep, we're fine. Ember, step out of that pile of rats, please.
You won't survive me.
Hey, a win's a win. I'm not complaining. These people were not killed by demons. Their mortal wounds were inflicted by ordinary weapons. Huh. I think that's the second time we've seen that descriptive text. No loot either. I guess the rats were just guarding their meals, so to speak. Oh. Right. Gotta dismount real quick. There we go. Hey guys, don't mind us, just passing through. Kind of doing your job for you, really, but that's fine. More loot for us.
Don't mind me.
Oh, just a couple of cultist fighters hanging out within eyeshot of the Eagle Watch. That's probably normal. Layla, stop eating that. Hey, stop.
Who, me?
Alright, right, we were killing someone.
Meditate on your mistakes. Might make you feel better.
Oh, hi? Welch, if I apologize. I may have slightly overextended you there. Let's get you some backup, shall we? Nice. Thank you, Ember. There's the wizard.
Time to share your treasures!
And the second fighter. Yeah, I'm sure that'll help.
I will see to your demise.
Oh, look at that. He actually got a hit in. That is adorable. I'll let him bask in his victory for a few segments. And time's up.
Cover me, all right?
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Endure this!
Wow, we just kind of mulched right through these guys. Hold up, guys. There we go.
Just die already.
And liquidated. I like that little plume of viscera. Wow, no wonder we mulched these guys. Most weren't even packing masterwork weapons. Alright, let's push on. I think we're making pretty good time here. diamond dust. Ah. Now this looks slightly more promising. Right off the bat, we've got a shear and a cambion. So this should make for a slightly tougher fight. We've got a pretty narrow opening, so we're going to want to set up carefully to try to allow for charge paths.
No reason to pause.
Plus, just like last time, we're probably running into a bunch of unseen enemies. So we'll want to be quick to adapt. Not a great start, but let's get in there. Oh, come on. I feel like that's an open path, but alright. I guess we'll just set her up for next round. 2 casters and back, plus an extra shear. We'll start with the Conjurer. Oh, goodness, he actually survived that. I'm just not used to casters actually having hit points. Let's overextend Wall Jeff. Oh, very nice.
Precision and grace.
Rockabye Ember. Yep. Oh, Seela. You just cannot catch a break, can you? I was hoping I could do a follow-through, but I guess not. Well, at least he went down swinging.
I'll make short work of this.
And we're done. Just got to do a little post-fight cleanup. Liquidated. Oh, and that one actually survived. That sucks for him because it just makes it more agonizing.
The light, take you!
And he is out of our collective misery. Seela, let's get you patched again.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Together, we stand.
Ah, now see, these guys were slightly more elite. They've got actual decent loot. And a club with nails in it. +1 club that inflicts an extra D3 piercing damage. Which wouldn't be bad if not for the fact that clubs are one of the worst weapons in the game. Though I could see it as a nice training wheels weapon for a fledgling druid. For us, however, it is just a big stack of gold. Wow. I think we pulled over 2,000 gold worth of loot on this fight. Oh, hey guys, what are you doing here? Also, you are quite a swanky-looking mongrelman. Lan, is it too late to swap you out? The young mongrel looks around in every direction but up. Maybe we should go back? This place isn't for us. It's too open. The enemy could come from anywhere, and the air is weird. Why does it keep moving so fast? Another mongrel stares straight ahead, gripping his blade in a trembling fist. No, not one step back. This is our test. Don't look at anything but the target. So you made it. Good to see you all. How's old Sol doing? Still waiting and thinking? Well, don't worry. He'll make up his mind soon. You won't be hanging about underground for much longer. Hey guys, it is great to see you, but, what are you doing here? The young man turns to you. He has one healthy eye and a lumpy growth where the second should be. It's you. It's thanks to you that we made it to the surface to fight the demons. The shield maze fell, but Sol slowed everything down. He's an old man. He's afraid of everything. But we can't sit in the dark like root vegetables while big things are happening up above. We tried to follow you through the shield maze. We emerged into some kind of fortress, but there were too many demons there. Then we dug out another passage into the city. It took days, but we did it. We're ready to fight. Well, given that both of our other options here are pretty awful, I guess we'll go with this one. Look, guys, loving that passion. I really appreciate your effort. But why don't we do this instead? You head back down and circle back around to that first tunnel I dug. And just wait there. Chill out there for a while and wait for my signal. Once you hear it, jump out and start attacking from the other side. I feel like that might be slightly more effective than whatever you're trying to do here. Go back? Well, if you're sure, of course we'll go. I mean, an ambush. Good idea. Yes, I understand. We'll attack from below as soon as we hear the fighting start. The young ones are holding up well, but will they be able to fight out in the open? Even I struggle with that. Lan frowns. I hope we did the right thing. We are the Crusaders of the Underground. We will fight like our forebears did. Guys, you're heading deeper into the city. Is this not where you came up? Okay, well, good luck. I'm sure they're fine. Alright, so what do we have left? What do we have left? The bodies have a variety of wounds. One is covered in burns, others have weapon or claw marks. It is safe to assume that they were decapitated post-mortem. As happens. And I guess that's it. It's just a dead end with some decapitated bodies. You know, I think I will go ahead and classify that as odd. Possibly even mildly perturbing. Anyway, looks like we've got a couple of demons up top here, so let's clear them out real quick. I think we're just about done here. Just realized I forgot to talk to those guys on the way by. But I suppose the odds of them having anything relevant to say are pretty slim. This fire was no accident. It looks like the work of a Brimmerak, a pyromaniac demon. And given that we do not yet have access to resist or protection from fire, we'll just save that for last. Two Vermlax and a Shear. And I think we saw an Abracandaloo on the other side. Did we? I think we did. Approach is pretty awkward, but one of them does seem to come all the way over here. Yes, there we go. So that is our inn.
Lead on.
Is that going to work? I feel like that's clear.
All ears.
Well, it's not going to get any better, so here we go. Nice. 32 damage on the opening salvo. Not too shabby, Lan. Oh, and charge path is now irrelevant. We'll just set up here and wait for them to come to us. Actually, we can have Kaz wrap around and finish off that second Vermlac. Pretty sure I just did those ankles a favor. That's fine. Don't sweat it, Ember. You're doing great. Goat leg. That actually sounds kind of tasty. Wow, Kaz does love those ankles. Or maybe it's the kneecaps. Those are twist off, right? Hey, and look at that. We just hit level 5, just as we're about to wrap up this area. That is almost perfect timing. All right, let's see if we have anything that can counter fire damage. Nope, it does not appear so. Oh, wait. We have a single scroll of resist fire. So... got it. I know what we're doing. We'll slap that on Seela. She'll go in first and draw fire. Then, once the Brimarack has wasted its first couple of big attacks, we'll rush in and finish it off.
Trust in yourself.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Now the resist fire. And I think we're set. Let's do this. Then we should have adequate time to pop back over to the Defender's Heart.
Let's have some fun.
Ember, what happened? Oh my goodness. That fireball hit the doorway at just the right angle to shotgun right through and fry poor Ember with the back blast. Well, you know what they say. No plan survives contact with the enemy. I feel like you could have placed that template better, but you know what? I'm not going to complain. Just demons being demons. News at 11. Where's the Brimarack? Oh, he's inside that Abracandaloo. Inappropriate. Okay, we'll get to him in a second.
Into the fray!
Nice, nice. Revenge! Hold on for a sec, Waldiff.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Kaz? No? Oh, okay. Well, he is a cat. To the brim.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
And we are done. Waldiff, if you'd please. Waldiff, what happened? That's fine. I got it. Very nice. Abrupt Force. +1 Cold Iron Scimitar. Once per round, upon hit, target must pass a low fortitude save or become stunned. Well, I do like those on-hit abilities, even if it is a low save. That makes them a lot more viable than the on-crit abilities. Normally I'd toss that to Seela, but I think she's actually doing okay with that sword we pulled off some dead guy. I forget his name. I'm sure it wasn't important. I'll have to give that some thought. I'm not sure it's worth swapping. We'd get a small chance to stun targets in exchange for a significantly higher damage range. As always, feel free to let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Unless this video is over a month old, in which case it's probably too late. A letter in small handwriting. May glory be showered on your head. Your interest in the creation of demi-planes is understandable. Any individual who has reached a certain level of power seeks for themselves a safe haven, a peaceful place for study and rest. That is why I place my highest hopes in your prudence. Remember that any demi-plane is but a shard of one of the true planes that typically remain under the watchful eye of the powers that be. As such, I do hope that you haven't incurred the wrath of any of the powers that hold sway over the fringe you've subjugated. As for stabilization, alas, there isn't much you can do once the fragmentation and consolidation have been completed. Nonetheless, I have no doubt that you've given enough consideration to such important matters, and ensured that your creation will be safe for you and your servants. Unless, of course, you're preparing an elaborate trap. Your fellow colleague, Vadrak Tequan. Huh. Again, that was not there in the beta, but I'm not sure what relevance that would have. I'm not sure if that actually links to any in-game events. At least, not anything I'm aware of in the first 2 acts. Vadrak Tequan. I'll have to write that down, just in case we stumble across it again in the future. Stabilizing a demi-plane. What could that possibly link to?
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Yes, Waljeff, I believe that is in fact a trap. Would you mind removing it for us? Ooh, what is this? Signet of House Vespertilio. A trinket possessed by the matriarch of each generation in House Vespertilio, a noble family of no major political note. This item is rumored to bring great fortune to the owner, either through sheer luck or some other force. Once per day, the owner can rub this token to gain a +5 circumstance bonus to a chosen skill check for 1 hour. Wow. Wow, that is like Touch of Good on steroids. Though, admittedly, Circumstance bonus would have a harder time stacking. Touch of Good is sacred, I think. Still, that is a very interesting and solid find. I wonder if that's one of the backer-created items. Again, it wasn't in the beta. I wonder if it links to that letter we found. House Vespertilio. I'll have to look into that. Oh. Sorry, Soot. Didn't mean to spoil your meal. Oh, and that would be our first artifact fragment. We just have to get that back to the storyteller and we can start putting this thing back together. Goodness, they just stacked this last room, didn't they? Alright, folks. With that, I think we are officially done with the market. And we still have 10 minutes on the clock, too. Let's... Oh, I'm sorry, Ember. Let's get that patched. Poor gal. There we go. All better. Except for all those other horrible wounds, but what are you going to do? Yeah, we're pretty much done here. Let's head for the nearest exit. We'll pop back over to the Defender's Heart and either wrap things up with a random encounter or two, or a quick conversation. This has been quite a productive session. Gentlemen, any last words? Nope, that's the same stuff the guys on the other side said. So I think we're done here. I suppose I could harvest some extra experience points with these skill checks, but I won't waste your time with that. I'll do that off screen. Whoa. Where is this? Apparently we missed 3 dead Crusaders. Including one with a magic shield. Huh. That's not the Inquisitors we killed, is it? Oh, wait. I know what this is. Okay, right. You know what? We'll go ahead and take that, and come back a little later to tie up one more loose end. It turns out I did actually forget about one thing, but I don't think we're actually ready to tackle it just yet. I'd rather get this new level set up, and then maybe one more level on top of that, and then we'll worry about clearing that last item. We've also got all this vendor trash here, so I suppose we might pick at it when we pass back through. We do have to come this way for Cam's thing. Oh, but let's get that new shield equipped. That is the plainest mithril shield I have ever seen, but I guess the bonuses are what really matter. Anyway, we'll head back to the Defender's Heart. I think that makes for a good break point. And then next time, we'll start setting up for one last excursion. We'll take Cam out to Gorm's place, and then while we're out there, we'll see if we can clear up these last few optional locations. We're in the home stretch, folks. Of Act 1, that is. Of 6. Ooh, looks like we've got one last fight after all. Let's hope it's something good. Well... Oh, these poor guys. Heads up. That guy got shafted. A moment of pause. And we're done. Wow, yeah, that's 30 seconds work for 500 gold worth of loot. I think that's well worth the detour. Oh, but we will have to drop something. We're over, what, 1 pound? So that would be a dagger. Yeah, let's dump a dagger. That's a 1-to-1 gold point per pound ratio. No, wait. Not sure why I thought we were only over 1 pound, so we'll just dump a shield. That's worth even less per pound, so we will take that dagger back and be on our way. Sorry about that. And we are back. I guess while we're here, I should really take stock of all the conversations we still need to finish before we actually wrap Act 1. That way we can make sure we parcel that all out over the next few episodes before we initiate the siege on the Grey Garrison. Yeah. I think we've still got like 8 or 9 people to talk to. Not to mention a few quests to turn in. Nenio, Viscely, the storyteller. So, yeah. We'll hit the pause button for now. I'll take stock of everything we've got left to do here. Not to mention figure out what we're doing with these level ups. And we'll start parceling all that out next time. I think we might actually have a good chance of hitting Act 2 by episode 20. Maybe. That might be a bit ambitious. We'll get a better idea once we start knocking these last few things off our to-do list. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official social media feeds, or the official store pages. And if you'd like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things, or maybe even check out the Patreon. Links are in the description.
Ask nicely.